Hey, tell her I say hi though. Yeah. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I'm calm, but I'm petty when I pop off. Smile on my face, but I'm bad news. Laughing while I'm checking what the money do. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I'll move quiet, then it's non-stop. Jokes in the booth, but I'm dead serious. Funny how the toughest always log off. Coming up smooth with the next hit. Talk real loud, never say shit. I don't raise fists, I raise eyebrow. One line got you stressed, need an exit. I'm chill till I'm not, that's balance. Dad jokes with a dog, little talent. Cloud 9 head high, that's altitude. Coma in the clouds, I manage. What? Tell your friends I'm back outside. Tell me why you folded, you at pride. I ain't here to beef, I'm here to laugh. You bark real loud, but you inside. I ain't scary, I'm inconvenient. Type to ruin, moods and weekends. Smile real big, while I say it. You sure this the hill you defending? Yeah. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I'm calm, but I'm petty when I pop off. Smile on my face, but I'm bad news. Laughing while I'm checking what the money do. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I move quiet, then it's non-stop. Jokes in the booth, but I'm dead serious. Funny how the toughest always log off. Horse bowled up in your mud. Relax, I'll tell her you said hi. I don't start fights, I start group chats. By the time I'm done, they testify. I got 12 rounds, not 12 memes. One post got you spiraling. I don't chase clout, I jog laps to cross lines like I'm driving in. I'm not the villain, I'm a warning. Comic relief for the storming. Say my name wrong, I correct it. Say it twice, now it's morning. I'm too funny to beef with, too calm to believe it. All that tough guy talk online. Same dude still need permission. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I'm cool, but I'm chaos adjacent. Play nice, I'm your favorite person. Play dumb, I'm a whole situation. You don't wanna mess with me, nah. I don't bark, I just show receipts. Laugh track playing in the background while I went and go back to sleep. Yeah. I tried to tell him. Horse boat. Yeah.
Yeah, for my bad. Yeah, somebody check that windshield. Yeah, I love golf, but I'm bad at it. Bought new clubs, still look tragic. Grilla right swing looks cinematic. Boss ain't nine vanish. I love golf, but I'm bad at it. Scorecard needs therapy. I came for vibes, not accuracy. Horseboat golfing aggressively. Put up clean, fit on point. Thought today was the day I joined. A hole in one conversation. First tee shot going left, destroyed. I watched one YouTube video. Now I'm tweaking my stance for hours. Coach said relax your shoulders. I relaxed and lost 3 balls. I yell forward like it's cardio. Apologize and miss. Swing my driver got commitment issues. Every shot a brand new thing. I line it up, feel confident. Practice swing immaculate. Actual swing a crime scene. Someone called a marshal quick. I love golf, but I'm bad at it. Bought new clubs, still look tragic. Grilla right swing looks cinematic. Boss ain't nine vanish. I love golf, but I'm bad at it. Scorecard needs therapy. I came for vibes, not accuracy. Horseboat golfing aggressively. Oh, I don't play the course, I explore. See more woods than a campground. My ball got frequent flyer miles. Every hole is a lost and found. Par is a suggestion. Bogey's optimistic talk. I say that's playable way too much, then spend 10 minutes in the rocks. I don't count practice strokes, so technically I'm elite. If mulligans were legal, I'd be scratched by hole 3. Oh, sun out, beer's cold, dream alive, score gone. Still say put me down for double with a smile. Yeah, I'm locked, but I'm bad at it. Swing so wild, crowd panic. Call it power fade for confidence. Ball don't listen, it's dramatic. I love golf, but I'm bad at it. But I'm having fun actually. Horseboat out here shooting vibes. Not pars, don't ask me. That's a good miss. That's playable. That's not mine, right? Horseboat.
dial that shit back, even though we're having a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans, Twitch chat warriors, YouTube lurkers, and drivers saying I'm just here to survive tonight before immediately busting their shit in turn one. Welcome back to the Independent Sim Racing League Spring-Summer Shootout powered by Alpha Reinforcing Designs. Tonight, we roll into race 6 of 10, the Starburst 199, sponsored by Andrew Sanford. Now, I'm your host, Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, walking you through this entire festival that we have before you here tonight in Alabama. Now, again, the Starburst 199 sponsored by Andrew Sanford, which is fitting because after Sonoma 2 weeks ago, everyone in this field already tasted the rainbow of emotions. Fear, anger, confusion, and whether emotion causes a grown man to scream, he turned down on me, while the replay footage shows otherwise. Now, folks, if you missed Sonoma, I don't know how to explain it other than imagine a family barbecue where everyone suddenly remembers they hate each other. That race had everything. Battles all over the track, drivers leaning on each other harder than a folding chair at a county fair, tempers exploding mid-race, and at least 3 people threatening to save the replay. And of course, the multi-car spin-out. Oh yes! The Sonoma stack-up is what I'm calling it. A racing incident according to half the field, a war crime according to the other half. Cars spinning, bumpers flying, one driver fully backwards trying to convince himself he can still save it, another driver discovering dirt racing against his will. And somehow, through all the chaos, Brody Falliker absolutely dominated the race like he had cheat codes enabled. While everyone else was reenacting a Fast and Furious deleted scene, Brody was out there turning laps like a tax accountant on Espresso. Cool, precise, and untouchable. Honestly, I'm pretty sure he finished the race before half the field finished arguing. And now we move on to tonight. The Starburst 199, sponsored by Andrew Sanford, currently sitting 7th in points and climbing like a man who just realized consistency actually matters. And I'll give you a taste of what is going on over here. Militia, thank you for resubscribing. And Sandy, thank you for shouting us out here. Again, let's talk about it. Meanwhile, the top of the standings, this championship is tighter than iRacing Netcode in a 3-wide situation. Josh Cole still leads the way with 296 points, the human embodiment of fine, I'll do it myself. Francis Hamilton only sits 8 points back, lurking like a raccoon outside a gas station at 2 a.m. Nathan Fuller jumps to 3rd, 10 points out, and suddenly this championship has become more crowded than a voice chat after a caution. Jimmy Cocker sits 4th and continues to be one good race away from becoming either a championship threat or a full-time conspiracy theorist. And Fortune Posted, looking unstoppable earlier this season, drops back to 5th, but he's still dangerous, he's still fast, still capable of sending into a corner from a zip code away. And then you've got Andrew Sanford climbing, Travis Stroney hanging around, Skylar Comstock trying to recover, Andrew Zappi trying to stop the bleeding, and Jeremy Escherman and Steven Jr. tied in points like 2 guys fighting over the last mozzarella stick at an Applebee's. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the back half of the season. This is where patience disappears, friendships collapse, and every driver suddenly starts saying points racing is over, which is usually code for I'm about to make terrible decisions. And tonight, under the lights on a Tuesday night at the Starburst 199, Talladega may not have lights, but we certainly do here on the air. And I have a feeling we're about to witness something spectacularly unhinged. So whether you're watching live on Twitch or over on YouTube, strap in, hydrate, maybe keep your Discord muted for safety reasons. Because if Sonoma taught us anything, it's that the field is absolutely no interested in behaving themselves. I'll say it again. It's that this field has absolutely no interest in behaving themselves. This is the Starburst 199, and it starts right now. Let's go racing as we are getting ready to go into qualifying. Sorry for that longer monologue. This is kind of full of myself, I guess, in the moment. I guess if you're having a beverage on a Tuesday night, welcome aboard. Sandy, subscribe with Prime. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate that a lot. Militia, getting out there as well with a Prime or a sub. He's been sub for 29 months. I feel like I owe you money. And I'm going to do a drink time for you. So, again, we're getting ready to go into qualifying. They've got gosh, I don't know. 5 seconds left. Nice, right? But again, the points race is tight. Let's go back into that. Josh Cole only has an 8-point lead. Nathan Fuller only 10 points out. So, I mean, you're looking at this, top 5. They could all shuffle here with a good night or a bad night for some. But we are getting set to get into qualifying. Let's hit the road, Jack, see who we can find. Is willing to take the dive. Again, as always, sponsoring this whole season in Alpha Reinforcing. Putting it down. I have too many things going on. Again, Alpha Reinforcing Services, and Jeremy asked me to say a little something here. Again, they do rebar detailing. Anyone that would use us would know what that is. Basically, it's AutoCAD drawings to show where rebar goes in concrete structures. And they also work with companies nationwide. So again, scan that QR code if you're in business and you need some business. Send it that young man's way. Again, Alpha Reinforcing Services sponsoring the ISRL Spring Summer Shootout. But enough of that. Enough. Let's go down on the track. See who we can find doing stuff. Looks like Jonathan Militia. Let's check in on him. See how he's doing. Yeah, Jonathan Militia. Personal favorite of mine. Talks a lot of shit, but I love it. Flex 10 says, hey, cutie. What's up, sexy? How you doing? How you doing, bud? Hope you are well. Yeah, Jonathan Militia, a crazy son of a bitch. But can he drive a race car? I'll tell you. And he's got the basic font numbers from iRacing. That is amazing. Really doing the Lord's work. Got that Coors Light 69. And off he goes into turn 3 and 4. Again, only 5 minutes of qualifying, and we're halfway through that. See where Militia falls. Rob Rossello Jr. with the 53.77, the fastest guy right now. Militia comes across the start-finish line here for lap number 1 for him. 54.34, good enough for 5th right now. Bumped down to 6th. Bring in the Tree of Death. Got Rossello there, Eshelman, Scott Bell, Nick Tarana, Andrew Sanford, Jonathan Militia, Fortson Poston, and Ryan Robertson right now reporting in. Looks like about 20 in the field tonight, so this should be good, ladies and gentlemen. Right on board again with Militia as he comes out of 3 and 4. Below that yellow line, 53.80, good enough for 8 for Jonathan Militia. Go out now to Jimmy Cocker. That Baltimore Orioles number 11. A minute 83. Looks like he's sandbagging a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah, he's just going to go out there, but that is a sweet ride. Alex Snyder here in that Yankees machine, that pinstripes. You know, he talked a lot of crap on Friday or Thursday or Friday of last week about the Yankees just beating up all over the Brewers, and that did not happen. If you are a baseball fan, you know what I'm talking about. Brewers running the old broomstick, sweeping them out of Milwaukee. Get back on that flight. It's a little quieter than normal. But Alex Snyder currently quiet right now with a 54.82. Let's take a look. Looks like Michael DeWalt is out on the track, currently qualified 4th. And Skylar Comstock is having a great time. So we have a lot of drivers here tonight looking to score big. Again, not many races left on the schedule. Let's bring the music back in. But again, this race tonight, the Starburst 199, sponsored by Andrew Sanford. Big shout out to him. Sanford for putting this on. Again, supporting the Independent Sim Racing League. Sponsored by Alpha Reinforcing Services. Oh, they're getting a grid, and I love it. Ryan Robertson, the man, the myth, the legend. Your pole sitter here tonight. And let's get out there for the grid walk. Oh, wrong one. Again, on the front row, on the pole, the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Robertson, and the president of the ISRL. Outside of him in the 41, Fortson Poston. In row 2, the 43 of Josh Cole. Outside him, the 17 of Mike DeWalt in the DeWalt car. In row number 3, you have the 10 of Nick Tarana. And the 37, sponsoring tonight's race, Andrew Sanford. In row 4, you have the 51 of Steven Jr. and the 7 of Rob Rossello Jr. In row 5, you have the 3 of Jeremy Eshelman and the 24, not pictured, Scott Bell. In row 6, you have the 69 of Jonathan Militia and the 448 of Tristan Acevedo. In row 7, you have the 19 of Alex Snyder and the 11 of Jimmy Cocker. In row 8 on the inside and not pictured, last week's winner at Sonoma, the 1 of Brody Falliker, and outside of him, the 48 of Francis Hamilton. In row 9 on the inside, not pictured, the 31 of Skylar Comstock. On the outside of him is going to be the 9 of Connor Rowe. In row 10, last but not least, the 23 of Jacob Zapfi and the 5 of Dylan Robb in that iBuyPower 5. And he is blinking. As these drivers are getting the pre-race talking to, the pre-race what's what. It has become crunch time for the Starburst 199 and the ISRL, sponsored by Alpha Reinforcing Services. You need anything reinforced. Hell, maybe they throw people after you need reinforcements. Scan that QR code and find out what they can do for you. We are just about set to get underway here. Again, Josh Cole has a slim lead over the field with Francis Hamilton and Nathan Fuller. I don't see Fuller here tonight, so he's going to drop in the points. But however, I do see everybody else, but I think Travis Stroney. Next week, will be interesting, to say the least, especially when he comes back. Again, you got Auto Club next week, then Old Atlanta, and then we take 2 weeks off and come back for Bristol and Chicagoland. So it's going to be pretty amazing. What is going on with my stuff right now? I'm pressing too many buttons. I hope you guys are ready for this Talladega, the last super speedway on the schedule for the season. This should be a fun one, as we are just about set to get underway. Green flag racing. Again, if you were here for Sonoma, you saw the craziness. But overall, it was a wonderful experience. One of the best road course races I've called in a while. Let's turn this music down here for you. Again, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, appreciate that and all the fanfare that comes with it. But now it is time for Ryan Robertson and that Prowell Sec OTC 16 Ford Mustang to give us the what's what, and we are green, green, green for the Starburst 199 for the ISRL, powered by Alpha. As they work on getting up to speed, let's take a look through the field and see what we can see. All right, everybody kind of looks like everybody's good so far. Nice. Again, for these cars, they take a lap or two to really get up to speed. But it looks like so far so good for Ryan Robertson, as he's going to lead lap 1 of the Starburst 199. And you got 2 lanes. Everybody seems to be fairly apart. I don't think anybody is pushing at this point. Let me take a look at the fuel usage here. I could probably guess it, but you know, probably wrong. And we got 75 laps, 100% fuel. So they should be able to, I would imagine, maybe 1 stop this race, maybe 2. As long as everything stays kosher. Looks like Rob Barcelo has crashed. Let's find out what happened to him. Back that ass up. Looks like he already smoked it. Oh, let's see what here. Looks like this was right at the beginning of the race. Brake check. Yeah, his engine blew. Back that up one more time. That's insane. Right off the bat. Wow. It looks like a lead change while we were away there. But that's wild. For that to happen to Rob right away is just stunning. Maybe, I think he has to tow. So I would imagine we'll see him back out there, but he's going to be a couple laps down. Got Fordson posted, Mike DeWalt, Ryan Robertson, Brody Falliker, Josh Cole, your top 5. But interchanging as we speak. Again, in a race like this, you don't want to be that guy out in front, wasting all that fuel unless you don't care. Like where Josh Cole is probably where I would want to be. Right on board with him. Looks like Barcelo is back out on the track. Good for him. Looks like he's getting up out of the way. Mike DeWalt now, your third leader here, and we're lap 5. Only 5 laps in, I should say. Everybody taking it easy. Again, that outside line at the start got a little too close. And now you see Brody pushing up towards the front now. The other iBuyPower car. Good Lord, we have 2 iBuyPower cars. I need more beer. From Mike DeWalt. And your new leader. Too wide around the track. Seems like, I mean, obviously the inside line has more numbers, more cars. Gives them a little bit more of an advantage, but you don't see these guys pushing on one another except for right up at the front. Maybe Fortson a little bit. Yeah, making a little contact, but not enough to really push things along. But they are starting to break away. Good news, bad news situation for Mike. Being out front. Got all that clean air. But he is a guy that will be using his fuel. Again, they may be switching off. We'll see how that goes down the line. Right behind him in Ryan Robertson's machine. Currently 3rd. Guys just riding around like they're in traffic. Got Sanford getting a little high there into 3 back there in that 37 car. Poston reclaiming the lead. Circle takes this. Go a little further back here. Jonathan Militia currently 14th, and then we've got guys that are just on their own. This is 15th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. And then Jimmy Cocker has fallen all the way back to 19th. So looks like they're hoping, Brody Falker leading that lap, hoping for a caution. And unfortunately for Rob Rossello getting meatballed earlier.
You've been meatballed.
Back out on the track, but he is a couple laps down. And Falker, last week's winner. If you didn't see it, go watch it on the ISRL YouTube page or mine, whichever. It was a great race, great rendition of Sonoma. These guys drove it really well. We are 10 laps in of 75. At Talladega. Rossello could use a caution. But moving up, and our biggest mover so far right now is the 23 of Jacob Zappi in that Sim Magic white 23 Toyota. Getting abandoned iron on the outside line. Brody's lane switching. It's a dangerous game you play when you do that, but this is not, seems like right now, that aggressive of a field.
All right, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Whoa. Again, 12 laps in, Fortson Poston, outside him, Brody Falliker. Guys are cruising along. You know, after a little bit of this tiptoeing around the track, people are going to try to make some moves. Jeremy Eshelman in that 3 car being one of them. Trying to make it 3 wide, does not have the support. Maybe somebody will let him in. Yes, Connor Rowe's going to let him in. Next week's race going to be at Auto Club for the Amazon Warehouse 160. It's pretty wild they named it that. I love it.
Don't be rude.
Just caught me off guard. Again, check it out. We'll be here next week for that race. Falliker, Poston side by side, leading these 2 lanes of traffic around Talladega. Not much action to speak of early on here, but I'm sure that will change at some point. Again, lurking in the chat, I appreciate that. Let's give you the sounds of Talladega. 90 seconds of Talladega. Bringing you back in now. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Maybe it wasn't 90 seconds. I don't know. But you got Fortson Poston and Jacob Zappi up front there. And then Andrew Sanford on that outside line with Fortson. Again, this top 5, top 10, ever changing. Silver Phoenix 3603, welcome. Rossello right now is a couple laps down. Hopefully he can get a caution or something. Help him turn it around again right at the start. I don't know if you were here for that. Got a little fender bender on the outside line with it not going, causing his engine to meatball. Get a meatball, basically shut down. Had to be towed back to the pits, which took a couple laps, and he got back out there using a fast repair. So he's still good. His car's still clean, but has a little work to do, and it's going to be hard to do here at Talladega, especially right now with how they're racing and what's going down. They're really not pushing each other too much yet. But again, we're only 17 laps into this race. Leaves like Eshelman and Militia can't stop loving on each other. Do a little tangling. But again, Fortson Poston has been out front most of this race. So has Jacob Zappi now, and Brody Falliker and Mike DeWalt. Pole sitter Ryan Robertson at 16. McChain hanging around on the inside line on the lead lap as well. Don't talk about Nick Tirana that much in that black rifle call. I'm sorry, I can't really say it right now, but Nick Tirana, that red, white, and blue theme machine. My mental capacity is at a minimum right now. It's amazing. Jacob Zappi out front as that outside line is starting to die. Not literally, metaphorically. Leave me alone. But nobody's going to challenge the 23. He's going to be out there. Fortson Poston, Nick Tirana trying to recreate the magic on the outside line. But it seems like everybody around them has their own plans. The top four seem to know where they're going, sticking with the plan. See Fortson cut down into that inside line, making a home there. Looks like in front of Steven Jr. And I would imagine those outside lane participants will join the inside lane eventually here. As boring as that sounds, that's what typically happens. Whoa, what a move back there. What is going on with Sanford? That was a crazy move. But all is well right now here up front. Right now, your top five appear to be Jacob Zappi, Brody Falliker, Mike DeWalt, Ryan Robertson, and Nick Tirana, with Fortson Poston, Steven Jr., Jonathan Militia, Josh Cole, and Jeremy Eshelman rounding out your top 10 for your Starburst 199. Again, an uneventful race so far. Had a couple close calls here. And again, at the at the initial start with Rob Rossello, getting in a little bendy, meatballing his car. But he's all right. He's going to be okay. That horsepower. Whoa, what happened back there? We got to stop the train just for a second. I have to see what happened. Oh, looks like big. Oh, snap. Connor Rowe, Jeremy Eshelman getting to know one another personally. That broke things up, now makes it a little bit more interesting. If it stays green, that could really alter the trajectory with those close calls, and it looks like they are together. So let's watch this just for a minute here, since we have visibility. These four drivers are going to attempt to work together. Again, Connor Rowe there leading the charge, Jeremy Eshelman and the 31 of Skylar Comstock, with the 7 of Rob Rossello Jr., which is 2 laps down. And it looks like these guys are trying to put 2 and 2 together and catch the field right now for the greater good. They'll get back to battling later. They'll pocket that. They'll put a pin in it. Come back to that. Looks like Francis Hamilton and Jimmy Cocker going a lap down now. Mike DeWalt pressing to the inside. Looking to make a move. Jonathan Militia all over that back end, pushing him up to the front. That is a dangerous game when you play with John Militia. Oh, man. I've raced many a times with Jonathan Militia. He loves super speedways like I do. We seem to get there at the same time towards the end. We did the Sprocket Series for Gears, I think, last year. Or maybe the year before. I can't remember now. But we had our super speedway fun. He enjoys a good Talladega. We are a third of the way through this race. 26 of 75 in the books. And we should be seeing pit stops, I would imagine, within the next 10 to 15 laps. I would imagine they're going to try to get to lap 38 if they can make it. If they can make it to lap 38, they are good to go the rest of the way, especially if it stays green. Now, if we get a caution, that could change the whole game. But right now, it is status quo for this thing being green. We're a third of the way through. No cautions to speak of. And everybody's having a bueno time. Again, up front, you have Jacob Zappi, Brody Falliker, Mike DeWalt, Jonathan Militia, and Steven Jr. Big shout out to Steven Jr. This guy does the best. Yeah, and I think he updated it here today. He does generate AI images of him and his racing team, and it's just fantastic. Gets me every time. Very much an enjoyable experience when you're around Steven Jr. I wish he would talk to us more. Likes his guitar and big shout out Steven Jr. Oh shit, we finally got a little bit of action. And that almost went wrong real quick for Jeremy Eshelman. Let's back that ass up just for one moment, as that got wicked quick. Out of hand. Yeah, he just got loose. Man. Yeah, he's playing in the danger zone, doing stuff like that. Again, Zaffe has been out front for a good while now, worked his magic all the way up to the front, started 19th, all the way up into first. Everybody's gone single file, but I think they're ready. They understand right now it is conservation mode. If you need to make that extra lap or two to try to make it, with it being 75 laps, it's definitely an interesting proposition on when to pit. But the single file Lambada is on. You have some lap down cars in there, mostly lead lappers. Draw it on Josh Cole's car in that Honey Nut Cheerios 43 machine. Josh Cole is apparently a god at 2K golf and VR golf. Enjoys his Honey Nut Cheerios on a good Sunday morning down in Georgia. And let me tell you, he loves his wife. Loves his wife. I mean that. I mean that. Genuine. I do. Connor Rowe has worked his magic, working his way up into 6th. And I apologize to my homie if he's in the doghouse for that one. I was just being funny. Connor Rowe started in 18th, worked his way up now into 6th, and trying to take it a step further. Again, it's early in this race. You can't win it right now. But you can definitely lose it. Getting a fast repair definitely helps that situation. And let's get it. You know, he told me to do it, so I'm just gonna do it. Let's bring him in. Jonathan Militia, our in-race reporter. We're gonna bring him in right now. Jonathan Militia, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You told me to do this, so I'm doing it to you. Militia, how are you doing there running in 4th?
I mean, we're doing the best I can. We're on a little bit of a fuel strategy here. So, I mean, I have 8 laps to go on fuel. There's probably the 43 car that's been saving pretty hard, a couple other people. But, I mean, our strategy, we're looking at pitting about lap 40. So,
okay,
I mean, 2 tires, full fuel. We're doing 2 cans. I feel like the car's a little loose on the outside in this run just by myself. So, I mean, that's about it. Ain't much more going on. I'm running half throttle, just waiting. We're just counting game now.
There's been some really crazy moments, and I got to ask you at the beginning of the race, Rob Rossello got meatballed, obviously. What was going on in the comps?
He just misshift, blew his car up.
Oh, that's what happened.
First time for everything, basically. Yeah, he blew his car up. He misshift, blew his car up. I didn't know that was possible in this car, but clearly it happened. Set a lot of cars back, but I mean, a lot of cautions could turn that way real quick. So.
Yeah, we'll let you get back to it. I know you're doing strategy and you're getting close, so we'll let you back to it. Congratulations right now. You're doing good.
Yeah, dude.
Later.
Have a good time.
You too.
Bye.
Sending him back into the land that is the Discord team chats. Jonathan Militia giving us a little in-race reporting. Appreciate that and his duty. He told me to do it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Got Sanford trying to make a new lane, maybe for fun. But Zappi is in total control right now. But I think the field is letting him have his way at the moment. So now we got news bringing militia in. Rob Rosello missed the shift and blew up his car. That's hilarious. And I guess when you look at that replay, that's what have had to have happened. I thought maybe he just got in a fender bender, blew up his car, and these cars are fragile. Not to be the case. Looks like Snyder. Looks like Scott Bell and Tristan Acevedo all going a lap down. Steven Jr. went too late, getting caught up in the stuff. Now in a purgatory of some sorts. Because lap traffic, it's not going away. It had a headwind. Or a head of steam, what do you want to call it? I don't know. People are maneuvering around each other right now. It is getting magical here. Oh, yeah, we finally got it. Steven Jr. Scott Bell in and off the track and back on the track. Let's see what happened. I figured something weird was going to happen. Let's back that ass up real quick. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Back it up one more time. Get the blimp cam on this one. She'll help us out.
Caution, caution.
Oh, and now we have a yellow flag.
That little run we just did.
Again, 2 cars. Looks like they're going to call that caution. And lucky for not Rob Rosello. He's going to have to figure it out. But Jacob Zappi, Mike DeWalt, Brody Falliker, Jonathan Militia, and Fortson Post in your top 5 right now. Caution number 1 of the evening. Again, caution number 1 of the night for the ISRL. Had a solid run going. Got 37 of 75 in the books. These guys are going to come down. It's right in the pit window. So this is really interesting. So it'll be at lap 37. When they come to pit, it'll be they're going 37 to 38. So in theory, they should make it. Caution was called at honestly, a perfect time. But if they waste all their fuel, it's going to be a problem. So we could see this being another fuel save situation until we get about 5 laps to go when they know they're good. But that is our first caution of the night. These guys are going to get into the pit stops. I'm sure everybody's coming unless you're lapped down. You might stay out. Going to give you pit stop times here. Hopefully this works. I'm not sure how this works, but we're going to find out together. Yeah, and it looks like Zappi off pit lane first. Mike DeWalt, Brody, Fortson, Militia, Cole, Robertson, Tirana, and Comstock. Gonna come back down and lead it. We will get back to green flag action in just a moment. But again, I want to put out there, next week we have the Amazon Warehouse 160 at Auto Club. Again, same bat time, same bat network. Sponsored by Nathan Fuller. Again, the ISRL powered by Alpha Reinforcing Service. Again, I think you need something reinforced. Do you need reinforcements, my guy? Scan the QR code, see what they can do for you. Again, the ISRL, thankful and grateful for the partnership with Alpha Reinforcing Services. Again, that'll be at Auto Club next week. Looking forward to that. That is going to be a fun race to watch, fun race to commentate on. And I'm looking forward to that. Again, we are at the halfway point here at Talladega. Again, 38 of 75. These guys should be a lap to the good if I'm doing math correctly, but who knows at this point of the evening. Let's reach out and touch someone, see if we can talk to somebody. Jeremy, you got a copy?
I do.
Welcome to the show, my man. I just wanted to give you a moment to shout out Alpha Reinforcing Services. Again, I know you messaged me about them, and I know you got to get back to racing, but in about 15 seconds or less, why should people choose you for reinforcing services?
Yeah, we're American-based rebar detailers. So if anyone's looking to rebar fab shops or looking for detailers, hit us up. We'll be glad to help you guys out.
Right on, right on. And other than that, Jeremy, I saw out of turn 4 a few laps before this caution came out, you kind of just scraped the wall. What was going on right there?
There was a checkup, and I just went to kind of go outside of them, not to run the back, and the car just pushed on me. But no damage, so I'm still good to go.
All right. Well, again, scan that QR code, see what Alpha can do for you. And Jeremy, I'll let you get back to doing it with the 3. Again, thank you for joining the channel.
Thank you.
I'm a little rusty. It's, took another week off. But I am grateful for everybody playing along here tonight. We're going to get back to green flag action here in just a moment. They are double file. You have Jacob Zaffe, Mike DeWalt, Brody Falliker, Fortson Poston, Josh Cole, Jonathan Militia, Nick Toronto, Ryan Robertson, Connor Rowe, and Steven Jr., your top 10. Pace car. Going to get lost down pit road. Here we are in Alabama for the Starburst 199 at Talladega Super Speedway, getting ready to go back to green flag action.
Green flag.
And we are green, green, green for the Starburst 199. Again, they should be good for the rest of the way, but who knows? Anything can happen. We saw it. Again, thankfully for Scott Bell and Steven Jr., literally no damage. They just had to go for a ride through the infield. Again, Rob Rossello, the odd man out, unfortunately for him. Still down 2 laps. And the first car a lap down to get a lap back is going to be Francis Hamilton. So again, Hamilton's a lap down, Cocker's a lap down, Bell's a lap down, Rossello's 2 laps down. Everybody else, good to go. Got Andrew Sanford blinking a little bit, in and out, in and out. Who else is blinking? Got an outside guy blinking as well. Josh Cole almost made the move, but Mike DeWalt said, nah, that's my spot. Again, Zappi started 19th, currently out in front. The big dog on the track right now.
They can kiss my fat vagina, cause I'm bringing the motherfucking pay.
Then Brody Falliker, and then Fortson Poston. Fortson Poston, that guy always hanging around, it seems like. It's never like, oh, I'm going to, be back in 20th and just, struggle. This guy is up front all the time. That's why he's 5th in points. That's why he's won races this year. Fortson has put together a solid resume here over for the ISRL. It is really cool to see that he's won 2 races already. But consistency is the key as we head into the back half of this schedule. Again, Auto Club next week. I know that's probably one of the strong points of his. And then you have, I think, Bristol, Old Atlanta, Bristol, and then Chicagoland. Bristol is going to be a sight to see. I haven't been in Bristol for, I would imagine, a little bit over a year now broadcasting. And I love Bristol, man. I love that as a track. I like to drive it. It's a good time. That outside line with Josh Cole, they're trying to make it work. See multiple lap down cars in that line trying to make it go. If they can get connected, they could do something. But Zappi, Falliker, Fortson Poston, Mike DeWalt, and Jonathan Militia, maybe Josh Cole, your top 5. See if we can get another guy mid-race. See if maybe they wouldn't appreciate it. I don't know. See if we get you another interview mid-race. See Ryan Robertson now give support to that outside line. Again, when you're looking at it right now, it's less than 30 laps to go. You want to put yourself maybe in Radar's range, but you still got a ton of time. But maybe you don't like running in the middle of that inside lane because when they check up, it's hard, and then you lose all of that momentum. It's easy to go to the outside to keep that momentum. But again, similar situation. If you have a lot of cars on the outside line running together, you're eventually going to get that wave where a little bit of a checkup and it can really do some damage, especially if you're not prepared for it. And Jacob Zappi has led I would say roughly a third of this race, almost. Maybe a little less than that. He's led a lot of laps here so far at Talladega. We've had about 4 different lead changes, 4 to 5. I don't have that exact statistic in front of me. But it's genuinely wild how we see 3 different lanes forming at the moment. Again, condensed now back down to 2. Nobody really making a run. Everybody a little bit apart from each other, giving each other room. Clearly, to me, it looks like they are fuel saving 100%. You see that wave. And sometimes when you're in the draft on that outside line, or even on the inside line, you kind of follow where that car goes. And it could be on, I see it at Texas a lot, where you're following the car, following the same line, and then you all smack the wall coming out of 4, or get a big wave coming out of, a turn. It's definitely something to keep an eye out for. As Militia mentioned, these cars are a little loose when you get on a long run, which I think is great and makes for an interesting race. Let's ride on board. Let's pick Alex Snyder. Just cruising right now. Staying to that inside. Again, was a lap down, got his lap back. As we enter 26 laps to go at Talladega. Again, if you're not lurking in the chat, hanging out, if you got a pick, let me know. I would love to hear who you think is going to win this one. Again, last week's winner was Brody Fallick, or 2 weeks ago at Sonoma. And then behind him, you have Fortson Poston with 2 wins on the year. So essentially, in the first 5 races, you have 3 wins between those 2 cars. Then you have a win that from a driver who's no longer even here. And then Joseph Berg, who's not even here at this moment. So again, this could be the night where somebody gets their first win here in the ISRL Spring Summer Shootout. Or will it go to the guys who know Victory Lane best in this series so far? Again, let's take another 90 seconds. Turn it up. Listen to the sounds of the track here at Talladega for the Starburst 199.
The cream of the crop!
me by the week.
Pressed the wrong button, but I had to look at the air. We got a third. Jonathan Militia, Nick Torano. Jonathan Militia got messed up.
Caution. What was the fucking caution for? Big crash? Okay, man, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I love my spotter. Back that ass up and see what we can see. Jonathan Militia ate some shit. This is caution number 2. So again, fuel strategy now out the window. They can go balls to the wall. But let's see how that's shaped up as we kind of backed it up a little bit more. But I kind of like where this is going. Watch this in full time. Again, it looks like he was trying to block and just got eaten. Boom! Hits that left side of the 69 Coors Light. Let's back it up one more time. Because Toronto was gaining momentum with that outside lane, catching some 69's air, and then them two just kind of getting together a little bit. Militia ultimately paying the price. Again, Militia races in VR, so I'm sure that looked really wild to him, and he could not make it back to the pit lane, so he had to literally jump to pit road. So that's going to cost him time. We're going to see, yeah, he just came to a stop. His car just refused to go on. And that is just unfortunate. That is unfortunate for him. Yeah, there we go. And then you just see a little bit of Toronto, I think, tried to bump him just to give him some momentum. And then before he had a chance to, there was a wiggle. And boom. Wait a minute. Back this up. Folks, to the left of Jonathan Militia's car, that clearly look okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Boom. I have questions, Talladega. At least on iRacing. But there we go. Everybody is getting ready for the caution, or is dealing with the caution. And we're going to have a report in just a moment from Jonathan Militia. Apparently, we're going to skip this song for both of our sakes here tonight. Flex said, yes, I tried to square him up. Yeah. Yeah, looked like it. Looked like it, but that's all right. That's all right. It happens. It's Talladega. What are you gonna do? You know. Talladega. It's Talladega. Get the Starburst 199 for the ISRL, powered by Alpha Reinforcing Services. Again, while we have a second, take a look at that. Scan that QR code. If you're watching live or on the playback, again, see what they can reinforce for you. But we are getting down to it, folks. Down to the end of the race. 20 to go. It'll be, I would imagine, roughly 18 to go at the line once we get back. Maybe 17. We'll see. Oh, they're going to get back in it and wrap now. So lap 18, we are going to get back to it. If you like what you see, don't worry about subbing. Send me a Venmo, dog. I'm down for that. If you enjoy the broadcast, we appreciate you. I try to leave advertisements to a minimum, especially over on the Twitch side. I think it's 30 seconds every hour. On YouTube, I don't think you have. I think you may have 30 seconds to an hour, too. I'm not sure how that works exactly. New to the YouTube. And again, if you want to support the channel, please scan that QR code. Be my friend. Again, all proceeds go to improving the channel. Especially for these drivers here that have done a great job here. So we have Jacob Zappi and Brody Falliker, row 1. Fortson Poston, Mike DeWalt, row 2. Steven Jr., Ryan Robertson, row 3. Connor Rowe, Dylan Robb, row 4. Rounding out your top 10, Josh Cole and Alex Snyder. So again, once we go back to green flag action, it is going to be 18 laps to go. Again, only the second caution of the night. Has been a wonderful race here at Talladega. Again, fuel conservation being the key, but now they don't have to worry about anything. They can go for it. Hence why not many drivers pitted on that last caution there. They are good to go.
Green
23
flag.
leading us down, and we are green, green, green for the Starburst 199. Good jump from Jacob Zappi, getting out in front of Brody Falliker. And they are going to connect and get out of the way. Mike DeWalt tagging along, Fortson Poston, Ryan Robertson, and would love to see a win from DeWalt, Robertson, or Zappi. Zappi has had a great evening. At the end of the day, a new winner in the ISRL would be a dream-like scenario for many trying to aspire to win here tonight. But yeah, Brody Falliker right there in second, and Fortson Poston in fourth. Two big walls you're going to have to get over if you want to win one here tonight. Zappi doing a remarkable job, leading a good chunk of this race, 2/3 of this race so far, and that outside line is cooking. Mike DeWalt says, okay, I'm on board, and heads on to the outside lane. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo, Mike DeWalt. That was awful, but we're going to go with it. Jacob Zappi out in front still. Fortson Poston now jumps to the outside as well, joining the assault. That is the outside lane. In Poston, DeWalt, Robertson, Connor Rowe, Eshelman, Josh Cole, all familiar running together on the outside lane. They can make this happen. Especially when there's a little trust, that goes a long way. John the Militia, 5548, some fun race shit happens. All right, and I think we're going to get Militia in the booth. Jonathan Militia in the booth, how are you, Doc?
Doing good, dude. Fun race so far.
Are you fast prepared?
Oh, big wreck! Big wreck!
Caution's out.
We have
All right,
a
big wreck
yellow
on the
flag,
floor.
but I
Out
didn't
there,
see
how to feel.
anything.
Big wreck off 4.
Oh, looks like Militia, Ryan Robertson, all involved. Let's
Oh, I'm
see
not in
what
the
we
race
can
no
see.
more.
Militia is out.
That
So
ended
let's
my
see what
night.
happened here. All right, back that ass up. Hold on, Militia. Here we go. Oh, Connor Rowe. Connor Rowe with a bad bump. Sending Rossello and Ryan Robertson stage exit left. Back that up again. See if we can get a better
These cars are very unstable under pushing. Is one thing that we're finding out tonight. Like if you're not perfectly square onto the bumper, like you'll see right here, like he'll probably be a little bit offset, and it just moves him.
Yeah, we saw that a couple times with a couple different drivers. Let's back that up again. Hollowflower says go Junior. Hell yeah. See if we can get a better view. Hold on. We'll get it, I promise. Here we go. Ryan Robertson right here. And just hit right in the right rear.
He's offset
Directly
just
on
a
that
little
16
bit.
decal on the right rear bumper of that car. And paid for it ultimately. And that is unfortunate for these drivers, especially unfortunate for Ryan. But for Rob Rossello, that pretty much ends his night. And caution number 3, 14 laps to go. Now, if you're on the lead lap, you're definitely not pitting in this situation. Am I correct? All right, Jonathan Malicious. Awesome. Good talk.
Oh, sorry. Hello? I was spacing out a little bit. No, like, repeat yourself. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Repeat the question.
No, it's already passed. Like, you're on the lead lap. You have 14 laps to go. 13 now when we get to the line. You're not pitting unless you really need to pit.
No, like right here, these 2 cautions, you're good for 2 green-white checkers here. We were set go. like our team, me, Mike, Connor, after that first caution, right, that we were in before I wrecked out. We were set for almost 2 green-white checkers. We were still saving in that run.
Wow.
So fuel strategy was still kind of in play just in case of like a caution spree like this started happening. Like now the front runners, they're all good for at least 2 green-white checkers. They shouldn't have to pit at all.
Well, we will see how that plays out. I mean, some of these guys may have not have been as conservative. But you're right. I mean, if you had 2, they at least have 1 in them, right, for a green-white checker. So
yeah, exactly. Well, you have about 40 laps in theory.
Right. And that's what I thought on a fuel tank. You had about 38 to 42 in that kind of window.
Yeah.
Depending on how conservative you are.
Yeah, like when that caution came out, like I still had probably 6 laps of fuel left.
And that was crazy that it came out at lap 37. It's like, wow. It's like that's right there, at that halfway point. It's like, damn. But again, Jacob.
But a car to look out for tonight is that 51 car. He's been solid.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to Steven Jr. He has put together some races. I heard he was a pole sitter last night at Pocono for Gears, and has done really well improving his game. So I mean, when you got to go out there and grind, and he knows ball. He's trying to do the best he can. Talladega definitely a strong suit for Steven Jr.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure. I mean he's been holding a solid wheel all night. He's been up in the front. Like lately, he's been running really good. So it's like it's good to see. It's huge improvement from like what he was like a year ago, which is awesome. Like you always like seeing people improve and new people up front.
Yeah, I mean, Junior, I've always had a soft spot for Junior. He's a good guy. He's got a good heart. He's got a good, positive attitude. He's always willing to get better. And like you said, it's a night and day difference from what he's done a year ago to today. So, again, congratulations to Junior so far in his work. A lot of work left to be done with 12 laps to go, Militia. As you know, things can get sideways in a hurry here at Talladega.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is going to be some tight racing here to the end. I guarantee, like, the hard part is right now is, like, if you get 4 or 5 cars on the bottom lined up, like how we had it, you could basically control that outside lane being the 5th car. Like, all I had to do was basically throttle up enough to get to Mike's bumper, and it would kind of push us away. And if you saw, like, they started checking, like Junior or someone was behind me, checked up a little bit, and I just saw it, and I just got on his bumper, and we started pulling away. Like, that was something that I was very surprised about.
Like, you were just hit wrong on your accident.
Yeah,
it wasn't malicious. It would just look like you just got bumped wrong.
Yeah, well, I moved up to block the line. Like, I was planning on, like, me and Mike both kind of moving up. And, like, I was hoping he was going to be square. And it was just, like, with these cars, like, if you're just offset just a little bit, if you're not, like, perfectly aligned with that bumper. And, like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't holding the greatest wheel, like, looking at the replay. Like, I could have been a little bit stronger. Yeah, oh, yeah, I am shit. I'm also not racing in VR tonight, too. I'm racing off of a monitor, so it's a completely different field, dude. I looked over. Dude, I was in the middle of this race, 3 wide, looked to my right, and I looked at my bed.
All right. Give me a second here. Hold on. You got Zappy, Falliger, Jr., Rob, Snyder, Sanford, Hamilton, Posted, DeWalt, Rowe, and Eshelman. Said too many names, but that is your top 10. We're going to get ready to get back to green flag racing. When we get to the line, it's going to be 11 laps to go. 23 having control inside the horse boat restart zone. I'm naming it after myself. I don't care.
Green
Fuck
flag.
you. Here we go. Green, green, green for the Starburst. 199. Zappy, a good jump. He's going to try. Yep, he's going to form up with Falliker, and off they're going to try to go. Junior trying to not let them off the hook this time.
Yeah, we need to watch this outside lane. Problem that they've been having, they haven't really been side drafting that good. And the cars that have been up there, they've been like squirrely and unstable. So it's like, if they're able to hold a line up top, that's going to be the line to win. They're able to just carry more speed.
Leading that line right now is the 5 iBuyPower car of Dylan Robb. Rob, I don't know. Jacob Zappy still your leader. But here comes the pain. I don't know what I was saying there. It's weird seeing 2 iBuyPower cars. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
10 laps to go.
Whoa. See, like right here, they're pushing hard on the outside. Like, if you're just offset just a little bit, like one thing we're finding out tonight too, like 2 cars, like if you get 2 cars pushed together, it doesn't do anything. It's actually kind of slowing you down. But if you get 3 cars linked up, that's when you're able to get up to like 191, 192. Oh, it looks like they're dumping the 5
Oh, we got
car.
some moves. Hanging out, Rob, out to dry. Look at that. That almost seemed like it was in synchronization. Like those women swimming in those giant pools doing the synchronized swimming. It was just one boom, boom, boom. Out they went, and, oh, getting in front of them. That was traffic, if there was ever traffic.
It's going to be hard to gain back this ground in this short bit of time here. It's hard to make up ground in these cars. Like, track position was so prime. I guarantee the winner's going to be coming within those first 5 cars.
Absolutely. Again, on the back stretch, Zappy holding it down. Low key, I can see Mike DeWalt pulling this off at the right moment.
It'll take a lot of luck.
He has the experience and the technology.
See, at this point, you need to commit. Like, you got to commit to a lane and, like, kind of hold through. Like, once you start moving around, this is going to be the time when draft really takes effect and, like, you're really...
It's a momentum killer if you're not in it.
The momentum killer, exactly. So it's like, it's going to be hard. Like, Mike and the 48 here are going to have to be, like, on the quarter dragging this 19 car back like they're doing.
Right.
But they really need to be stronger, like, on exit. They have to be, like, almost on their door to make ground up on the 51.
Again, Zappy has not won yet in the ISRL. Falliker has. Junior has not. Cinderella story could be mounting here for either one of them.
Making
Again,
ground up.
Falliker won Sonoma 2 weeks ago. Zappi started 19th. Junior, we've seen him a bunch. You've seen him on my program a bunch of times. Has not won a thing. Could
Don't be
tonight
surprised
be
if
the
you see
night?
the 51 car move up.
He wants to. You saw him. Look.
The next big run that 48 car gets off, I guarantee that 51 moves up.
It's too early for me.
Yeah, it's
You
too
and I,
early
you know,
right
I've
now.
told people on this stream, you and I are history in that Gear Sprocket series. You know, Daytona, we had our fun. Atlanta, we had our fun. And Talladega, we had our fun. I think at Atlanta, I think it was me and Kendorian Davis at the finish line with me pulling that off. But I remember winning Daytona, accidentally taking you out at the end. And then at Talladega, I stuck behind you at the end for the win. So, you know, you won. Lord knows I didn't want to do that twice in a super speedway.
I mean, there's not many opportunities me and you have had to win some races. So
I know. It's a fun time when we're out there doing that together. And with things happening here, we probably get to do more of that in the future. Again, Zappi, Falliker, Jr., Hamilton, and Snyder, your top five. Yet Hamilton and Snyder at one point were a lap down. They have now come back. And they are competitive as ever. Only two guys out of the race currently right now are Tristan Acevedo and Jonathan Militia.
at least I'm not last. Or am I last?
You're not last. 5 laps
Dude.
to go at the line. This is when it gets real. This is when nerves, if you have any anxiety, any nerves, they're going to start to pop right now. Yes, I know this is just a simulation, yes, or a video game, you want to call it. But you've been dealing with these guys for 70 laps. You want to win this. If you're on the lead lap, you can make it happen. You have a shot. You literally have a puncher's chance at winning this race right now if you are in that top 10, top 15 even. If you're in this pack, you have a shot if you're on the lead lap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to come down to basically just the last lap position. I mean, I don't see the one car moving away from the 23.
Yeah, I don't either. Unless
they've been
there
locked
was a
together
big
this
train
entire
with the
race.
5 leading, I think maybe he thinks about it. But other than that, he's going to stick with this and maybe move him. I could see Falliker move him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to...
Oh, we got action in the
gonna be
back.
some
3
blocking.
wide. Sorry about that, Militia. What was your thought?
Oh, you're good. They're just going to be pushing real hard here. So it's like they're
Yeah.
trying to get any run they can in the back. They're trying to get track position. They're coming four to go here.
Oh, shit! Mike DeWalt in the wall. We have a caution.
Save us some fuel whenever you can, but you're doing a really good job.
Oh,
Tell me
my
about your race car when you
goodness.
can.
Back it up.
Some hard hits.
Mike DeWalt's greatest hits, volume 2 here at the ISRL. Oh man, what happened here? Let's get a blimp cam. Let's get some music. Let's cue this up. Let's make it beautiful.
It's unstable pushing.
Yeah, it looks like what, 31 is that Comstock? Yes, it is.
A lot of big cars. Ryan Robinson
Collected
in
Cole.
it. Josh
Robertson
Cole,
is done. He's done.
Eshelman.
Back that up one more time. Robertson getting in that altercation with Connor Rowe to bring out that last caution, but Comstock taking it to DeWalt, Cole, Eshelman, Robertson involved. Good looking from everybody else, though, in that group. Luckily, only 4 cars and a couple guys with a fast repair. So we're going to check this out one more time.
Oh,
But ultimately,
that's
the
unfortunate.
31's responsible for that one, and in doing that, ending the night
17.
for.
He
Is the 17
crawled to
done?
a stop. Yeah,
No.
he crawled to a stop, so he's going to be a lap down here. His
That
night's
is a bummer.
basically over.
That is a bummer. Again, next week we have Auto Club, and I'll advertise that here in just a second. The Amazon Warehouse 160, sponsored by Nathan Fuller. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully we'll have you with us. Militia, now that I have you here, thank you for subbing with what do you got? 29 months? Jesus, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what? That's 2.5 years nearly. It's crazy.
Yeah, brother. You got to support your friends, dude. Nothing more than that, dude. I love you, brother. I love doing
you
this,
too, my guy.
listening to this, so I don't mind giving you whatever the subscription is.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Again, one of my best buds here on the webs as we do this thing. We're going to get a green-white checkers here tonight, number 1 of the night. Only the 4th caution here. Not bad at all. But we are going to get a green-white checkers as they are getting ready to go back to that. Again, Talladega has been good for some, not for others. Josh Cole's going to take a hit here tonight if he can't get back out on the track right away. Again, I will give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of what it looks like for the points coming into this race tonight. So Francis Hamilton could be a big mover. Fortson Poston is going to be a big mover. Mike DeWalt had a shot. Andrew Sanford. There's a lot of space to make some moves here with the points being as close as they are. So very interesting how this is going to play out. Jacob Zappi has led the most laps in this race, I can say definitively. And it has been just a good run for the 23 team here tonight.
I also want to make a little plug here while I have it on my mind. If y'all interested in HB and Friends Tour, we got ourselves a nice little golf league too. If anyone's listening and has played PGA, free to join, have some fun.
All right, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, it is great. We have about, 13 players so far, and again, it has been really good. So if you got PGA 2K25 and you want to join that, shoot me a whisper here or a message on Discord. I'd be more than happy to hook you up with that. It's been a great time. I got to play my rounds this week now that you mention it.
I got to do the same.
Again, 2 rounds a week. It's pretty easy. Right now, it's the Malicious CP Open. You set yourself up for that one.
Try to hold it in and try to hold it in the laugh.
Yeah, I know.
You big meatball.
All right, so as we tee it up for the green-white checkers, that is to be. You have Jacob Zappi, Brody Falliker, Steven Jr., Francis Hamilton, Alex Snyder, Jimmy Cocker, Dylan Robb, Fortson Poston, Skylar Comstock, and Andrew Sanford. So this picture has changed a little bit in the middle. Looks like Cole was able to get back out there. But Robertson's night is done, essentially. And that is unfortunate. Rossello's getting damage repair, and I think, oh, here comes Mike DeWalt. Mike DeWalt still has a horse in this race. It is not over until he says it is over. But you are looking at this ISRL Spring Summer Shootout field here for the Starburst 199.
Are you gay?
Mike is only 1 lap down right now, which is wild.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot worse for him. So if something happens here in the interim, he's going to be the lucky dog.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. He's the only car a lap down right now. I mean, Ryan Robinson, but I think he's done for.
Oh, yeah, his car is toast. All right, pace car lights are off. Zappi having total control in this restart zone.
Green flag.
And we are green, and he pulled up before the start-finish line. I think that's going to be a penalty. You cannot change lanes. Cannot change lanes on the restart. You got Jacob Zappi, Brody Falliger, Francis Hamilton, Jimmy Cocker, Steven Jr. trying to keep Fortson Poston at bay.
Yeah, that's going to have to be reviewed. I just went back and looked at it. That's he definitely changed lanes.
Definitely changed lanes.
Flying.
Coming to the white flag, Zappi leading it. Will he lead it back? We are about to find out. Again, Zappi has led most of this race all night long. Well, will Brody Falliger have enough of looking at the rear end of the 23? Or will he stay with him?
Don't be surprised. Everyone come off of turn 4 here, 3 wide.
Everybody trying to make a move.
That 48 is going to try to build and run here. They're going to have to be forced. They're forced to move. If they don't, it's just there it goes.
Hamilton making a move, but I don't think he has enough help. Or is it too late?
I think that one car is committed.
It is too late. Your winner is the 23 of Jacob Zappi, your Starburst 199 winner. Honestly, that is the most anticlimactic Talladega race I think I've ever been a part of. That's amazing.
Yeah, seriously. But I don't want to have that curse. Great ending, but that restart's going to definitely have something to.
Yeah, I mean, right now he is your winner at the moment. That could change here in an instant. I see. And I'm getting word right now. He will still be the winner. They're going to let him be the winner here in this race here tonight. Jacob Zappi is going to win this race, but it will be a post-race penalty, which I think is appropriate.
Yeah.
So he's going to win the race here tonight. You have Brody Falliger and Francis Hamilton on the podium, if we're having one. Dylan Robb, Andrew Sanford, Jimmy Cocker, Steven Jr., Connor Rowe, Fortson Poston, and Jeremy Eshelman rounding out your top 10. Again, thank you for the sponsorship, Andrew Sanford. See if anybody joins the broadcast waiting room for a post-race interview. Oh, wow, we've got them all. That's amazing. Let's bring them in. Francis Hamilton, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Francis, finishing third here tonight, started 16th. How are you feeling after this jaunt at Talladega?
I'm feeling like $1 million right now, honestly. You know, that was we got destroyed on lap 1, rode around a lap down for a while, got our free pass, got back up there, mixing up for the win. Feels like this is a good day for us.
Yeah, I mean, you had a solid run. That 48 car you saw throughout the race, slowly creeping up to the front, and then by the end, you were right there taking advantage of the position, finishing third. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, big Jimmy Cocker, you know, we both rode around a lap down the entire race and came back and we're up there for the win, so him and FIWB.
Right on. Well, Francis, congratulations on a third-place victory, and we'll see you here next week at Auto Club.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Brody Falliger, do you have a copy?
I do.
Welcome. This is starting to be a regular thing between you and I. Congratulations on a second place finish. How did you feel there? You were kind of playing second all night. Were you trying to make a move at the end, or what was your plan going through that?
Well, I would have made a move, but the 48 made the move before I did. No, man, I pushed the 23, and we worked so well the whole race. It would have felt like all for nothing right at the end if I were to, have went with the 48's run, and I just decided to, just take second right here. It's good points day. I don't usually finish as well at these kind of tracks.
Well, I mean, that is a smart play. Some drivers that I know, I don't think would make that move. So, again, Brody, congratulations on a second place finish here. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, just all of the FIWB boys. I mean, we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a good day in the office right there. So congrats to these guys. And congrats to Jake.
Yeah, again, congratulations to you. You had a great night. And, again, we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you.
And last but not least, our winner of the race, Jacob Zapfi. Please correct me if I'm saying that wrong, but congratulations.
Oh, no, you're good, dude.
Yeah, congratulations on your victory at Talladega. How are you feeling after leading pretty much 2/3 of that race?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty good. Brody was pushing me like the entire race. I thought he'd dip out on me, but he stuck with me the entire time. I don't think I would have done it without Brody there.
Yeah, I mean, talking with him, he mentioned he was going to maybe make a move, but it seemed like the 48 made it before he did, and he just didn't see, that working out after he's been behind you the entire time. So decided to stick with you to your benefit, to your fortune. Coming up a winner, first-time winner in the ISRL.
Yeah,
Anybody
dude.
want to give a shout-out to?
Just Brody here. Just Brody.
All right. Well, that's awesome, man. Again, congratulations on your victory. Hopefully you soak it in, enjoy it. We're going to see you next week here for race 7 of 10 here at Auto Club. All right, Jacob, thank you again to all of our finishing drivers here tonight, 1, 2, and 3. Again, on the left side of your screen, that is where you see your top 20 and where they have finished. Again, unofficially, of course. But again, it is time for us to part. Again, I appreciate everything tonight, the subs that we've gotten, the shout-outs we've gotten in the chat. We appreciate that as well. Again, this was the Starburst 199. And before I let you go, here it is, the Amazon Warehouse 160, sponsored by Nathan Fuller. Next week, race 7 of 10. Again, ISRL powered by Alpha Reinforcing Services. Scan that QR code and see what they can do for you. But again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Thank you for watching. This will be uploaded on my channel here the next day, as well as the ISRL. And we will see you here right back next week for Auto Club. Have a great night, everybody.